After living in our bus full-time for almost 3 years now, we decided to do an update to our shower curtain situation. So in this video, I'll be sharing an unboxing and installation of the Nautilus retractable self-cleaning shower door. For our shower door opening, I decided to go with a custom height of 71 inches and a standard width of 40. This kit cost a total of $300 and only took 2 weeks to ship to the front door. This kit came with a total of 4 pieces and 2 screws and a list of instructions with full details on how to do the installation. If you're a handy person, I'd say that this kit is fairly simple to put together. The framework of this shower door system attaches to your walls with double-sided sticky tape, and then your upper and lower rails provide a track for the door to slide across from side to side evenly. Those rails are then held into place with this retaining clip and a screw. The most beneficial thing I found about the instructions was that it said to actually mark a reference line on the wall for you to follow while installing. Now going inside our bus, I will say that we weren't really unhappy with our shower curtain, but the plastic shower curtain on the inside does get dirty, and if you have a clear one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Moving forward with this installation, I'll just start by removing the old curtains and the shower rod, and then cleaning the walls up with some alcohol wipes. Nothing fancy, just some simple alcohol wipes. Once I'm done doing that, I'll start marking my reference line to follow for the installation. Now I'll be honest and tell you, I did this 3 different times before I finally stuck the outer rails to the wall, and I'll explain that in just a moment. I do want to explain that the main retractable reel here did have end caps, and while I was trying to do the install, they kept coming off, and what that was causing or allowing was the squeegee to fall out of the end. So just be careful and keep that in mind when you're doing this installation. After triple checking my reference lines, I'm finally ready to peel the protective layer off of the sticky tape and attach this to the wall. Now keep in mind, when you put this on the wall, it's stuck. There's no removing it, so take your time and make sure you get it right the first time. Once I have the main reel stuck to the wall, I just pull it over to see how even the opposing wall is. Now that we have the retractable reel set, it's time to put the locking reel in. Now I want to note here that you want that foot to land the exact same on the base of your shower pan as the first rail you put in. With a few adjustments to my reference lines, I'm finally happy with the position of the secondary rail, and it's time to put it in place. Once again, just be careful, make sure you have it right where it needs to go, because once it's on the wall, it is stuck. With the outer walls done, it's time to move on to the upper and lower guide tracks. I simply measure the opening of the inside of the retaining clips, keeping in mind that you do need a little space for the retaining rivets that are in there. Now I made these cuts off camera with my miter saw. I do have a 90-tooth blade on there, but you can easily do this with a hacksaw. With my upper guide rail cut to length, I place the guide wheel into the track and then slide the guide rail into the reel system. Moving over to the other side, I pull the retaining clip out, place it on the end of the guide rail, and then just clip the guide rail into place. For the bottom guide rail, you just repeat the process. With all the guides and rails in place, I then give the door a test run. Now with this door, you have 2 options. You can have the matted version like I have, or they have a striped and clear version as well, but this is what we got. So moving forward, we're going to clean everything up and then just give the framework a nice little wipe down. And off camera once again, I did go through and add a bead of clear siliconized caulking to the interior of the frame and also to the exterior of the bottom rail. So after I got the kit installed, I started looking around at things to see how it was going to work for our shower. And right off the bat, this is one thing that I'll point out that I probably won't like in the future, and that is the lower guide rail. This track is going to be a place for water to land and dirt to just kind of sit, and it'll be something that I probably clean on a regular. Something else to note is that the screws used to hold the upper and lower guide rails in are not Phillips head. They are actually a square head screw. So keep that in mind when you do this installation. And to put our touch on things, we decided to put the outer linen curtain back up on our shower. And as for the squeegee function, I'll say it works okay. However, once you open the curtain, all the water on the inside of the shower is then on the outside of the shower, and that water has to run down over time and drain back into your shower pan. I do think that quality materials were used, but only time will tell the real story here. Overall, we're happy with the way it looks.